What's going on, traders? Johnny back with another trade recap, and we did a great job by locking in $91, currently sitting at right under $89. I bought a couple shares just to hold if it pushes up a little higher, but yeah, locked in $89. Again, 90 bucks on the day. Very happy with that, and we're going to talk about it. Not only did we buy in a good area, we waited for this to sell off. We bought the dip. We sold here and here. We bought here and we bought at a high. We bought again here for a nice amount of shares. Sold as it hit this moving average, as we could have seen that it pushed below. Bought some more and then sold up here. So it was a little choppy today. I did a lot of scalping style of trading. I could have just bought and held down at a 1027 average with 200 shares. I was actually at a 1024 average. Obviously, no one's a perfect trader, but holding 200 shares at $65, we could technically be up 130 bucks today. But I played it safe, like always, locked in profits. There's never a bad time to lock in profits, especially if you're green. Obviously, we could have held a little bit longer, but yeah, very nice day. Very nice trade to take. We seen direction was in our favor. Now, why and how did we catch this trade? Okay, and we're going to talk about two other trades real quick in our live stream. But we seen QQQ push all the way up to 71,000 and sold off. This initial sell-off is where we made the majority of our money. Then we pushed up, we bought the dip, sold off again, it pushed up, we bought the high for that dip, and it sold off. Same with MSTR, right? We waited for this to pump up. We started adding shares to our position here for a short, sold off. We locked in profits here. We bought some more, and it's still continuing to sell off. So, obviously we could have made much, much more money if we would have held. It was a very early stages of a reversal. I mean, MSTR has the ability to sell off much more than what I took off the table. We locked in 90 bucks today. We could be looking at a position that could create another 100, another $200 if we would have held. But again, bought the dip. Very nice to see. It is breaking out now at the time of this recording. So obviously we could have made much, much more money. Could have been easily a $200 day from lows of $10 to now currently highs of $11. Even with just 100 shares or $1,000 investment holding to this point, that's 100 bucks. 200 shares holding, 200 bucks. 300 shares, 300 bucks. 400 shares, 400 bucks. And we had right around 400 shares available to buy. So unfortunately, I did have a tight stop loss on this, and I didn't want to give back any of my profits today, as it can happen, right? Especially testing this moving average. We could have seen Bitcoin hold this moving average right here, and it began to push up higher. So we could have seen this push up much higher, and now it looks like it's actually selling off at the time of this recording, which is great. There's a lot of people in our Discord that are still holding on to this position. They're going to be able to make a ton of money on it, and I was just a little too cautious, and maybe I could have had my stop a little bit lower to where we could have actually benefited from this sell-off here. Now, a couple companies I also wanted to give you guys a heads up on. We did call these out in our Sunday stock talk for the last 2 weeks. We told you guys that it was, Netflix was becoming to see a support level and consolidate around $75. We called this out on one of our Sunday stock talks, 2 weeks ago? And then on our last Sunday stock talk, we called this out that it's at resistance. So this would be the time to lock in profits. I did mention that if Netflix held above this 45 EMA, we could see some more upside. Or if it fell below, we could see it begin to sell off, and that's exactly what it's doing today. So from lows of $75 to highs of 100, Netflix pushed up 32% or $24 per share. You could just say $25 per share. And that was a nice move. Now it's curling over like clockwork. It found support. It's sold off at resistance, and it's beginning to sell off more. So again, now would not be a bad time to lock in some profits, as this could come all the way back down to $85 to retest this green 200-day moving average, or even come all the way back down to support and begin to trade in a nice horizontal pattern within this range. Another one we called out was Sound, and I do have one tracker share of each. Sound, again, we called this out a few weeks ago in our Sunday stock talk. It had a low of $7 or 6.90. It pushed up to $9. You're able to make an initial $2 per share on this move in literally one day. It pushed up $2 or 30%. It then verified and found resistance right around $9, sold off, and we could have bought again at $7 right there. So buying at $7, pushing up to 9.60. Again, we're not a perfect trader, but even selling it at 9 was another $2 or 28% profit. And we mentioned it. We mentioned it here. We mentioned it here to start buying and adding into a position. And then we seen it here at $9, and we told everyone, hey, it might be a good time to take profits as this could begin to sell off, and it has been doing it ever since. Sound has been selling off down this moving average. It thought we could probably get a little pop right here this day, and we did not see that pop. So again, this could still pop. It looks like it's consolidating right now within this $7 to $9 range, but that doesn't mean this can't sell off to $7 or even lower. So I want you guys to be aware of not only my day trades, but also some swing trades that we are tracking and making sure that we give you guys those updates. SoFi found support at $16 and pushed up to 19.50. It got rejected at 19.50. So let's see, does it get a nice bounce off of $16 again? And again, SoFi is one of those companies that we've been tracking. We know that 19.50 is a strong resistance, but again, that's a 20% profit or $3.50 per share from $16. So I gave you guys my updates on my day. It looks like Bitcoin is trying to hold above 70,000. It's trying to do its hardest to hold above 70,000. So we'll see if it does. And we're going to set our 70,000 resistance. We also have some alerts that we set here above 71.7 if it does go higher. We have one if it breaks below 69.6 and holds. We also have one if it breaks below 68 and below 67. Now remember, we could always re-enter. I wouldn't necessarily want to re-enter right now at $11 without confirmation that Bitcoin is actually going to sell off more. If we can see some more selling pressure, great. But right now, it's doing a very good job holding above this moving average. And if it holds above this moving average, it can pump back up. It can pump back up to 75,000. It could potentially pump back up to 80,000, even 90,000, even 100,000. It's not unrealistic to think that this can pump just as easily as it sells off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I hope this was very informational and educational. If it was, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow morning, all you have to do is click the first link in the description below. That'll give you access to our Discord, which is where you will be able to see me trade live every morning with our Learn to Earn team. Watch me take trades, get inside my head as to why I'm buying, why I'm selling, why I even see value in the companies that I'm looking at. And you can ask me questions, I can answer them in real time, and you can watch along and even trade along me side by side uh, as if you were in the room with me trading. So again, I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note, and we'll see you tomorrow morning to do it all over again. Later, team.